Okay, what I want to do this time is just focus on the pages part, where you're going to actually put your story in 3 different pages. Each page will have each section by itself. So just so you remember that when you're going to compose, you're always going to compose in new pages for the short stories, okay? So let's go back here to posts, because I'm looking for pages. I've already kind of half got this kicked in. All right, here we go. So the first thing you do, obviously, is you put in the title, and the second thing is, as you suspected, making the transition from a Word document into something online tends to be a little problematic. The formatting oftentimes does have to be redone. So let me show you the easiest way to do that here, or 2 ways to do it here. I have selected all from your Word document of the short story. Now, normally you would type in rich text, and that is what you see is what you get, and you wouldn't see the automatic formatting that occurs behind the screen on the HTML. But here, we're going to actually start in HTML, because in HTML you can print this entire thing, and it will show up pretty much initially the way you typed it. I'm taking out this stuff because we don't need it. Here's where your story begins. The problem is from here is that what you're going to have to do is, if I were to switch automatically now from HTML to rich text, I would see this entire thing in one solid block with no break between the lines. So I have 2 choices on how to fix this. One way is I like to kind of go through and automatically enter the page breaks like this. These are not permanent, these are just temporary, to make it a little easier to read, and I'm not sure I'm doing this right. If you know your text really well, but in order to maintain it, okay, so that means it looks like, I think this is another line here. Okay, so what you need to do in order to keep this kind of formatting is you have to add a little bit of code. And you would type this P in between 2 carets, and you would basically paste it in front of every new, what would be every new paragraph break. I'm not sure why this is here. Let's get rid of this. Okay. We'll do one more. All right, once you do that, though, you have to close it as well. So on the other end, you'll be doing a \P close caret. Copy that, then paste it at the end of all the sentences, or the sections. Sorry, my touch screen is being fussy. Okay. All right, I'm going to show you, if I switch to rich text, now you can see it looks like your printed text. And this is what it looks like when you don't do that. However, not all is lost. The other way to do this is, if you know where your breaks are automatically, what you can do is just go into each section, and at the end just type in, just hit enter, and then that will automatically put in the paragraph breaks for you. So 2 different ways to do it, whichever one is easier for you. It really just kind of depends. Sometimes I find it easier to do it this way, other times I find it harder to sort of plumb through all of the different possibilities. But again, you know this text really well, so it should be possible for you to do it. So that's 2 different ways to fix the text here. the other thing I recommend with these pieces is that you add in some images, a different image for each section of your story. And then if you're going to use your photographs are really large. They're like 3,000 pixels wide. You really need pieces to be no larger than about 500 or 600 pixels wide, because beyond that they take a long time to load. So we're going to choose a file that I know, this is from Baba Yaga, but I think it's kind of cool. I know that we can only put, it's 470, hit custom, and type in 470. That's the width of this space. No wrap is fine. Hit insert image. I think you have, I did one post on images, so it should be familiar. I like to center these images. Even though I know it's going to be edge to edge, I still like to center them. And then at the bottom, I would also like you to add in, center this, fold it, add in one space. This is a straight space, and those usually appear above the black backslashes. 2 space and 3. And what you're going to do is, when you have the link for each one of these individual pages, you're going to link each one of these numbers, so that when the whole piece is together, that's my phone, sorry. So when the whole piece is all together, each piece is in, people can go back and forth between one page and the other. Okay, so let's, last thing is, just double check, make sure that your comments are hidden. And then keywords, add a lot of keywords in here that will help the internet to sort of tag your story. Publish. Okay, once you publish it, if you click blog, you won't see it because pages don't appear on the center column of the blog like a post does. So you have to click view page. When you click view page, you're going to see it. It'll pop up and it will have the same design as your home page does for that blog. All right, then copy that URL up there. That's the one you want. See, once again, you're going to do it here, this view page. All right, don't copy this one because that would be wrong. Copy this one. Okay, great. Let's go back. Short stories. My overview. I've got posts. I've got pages. Okay, I found my page. Right. I'm going to view the page. I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to go back to the post. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to link this number 1. And don't forget to open a new window. This will allow people to move. I'm going to publish this between the pages a little bit more easily. All right, I know I've got that. So I'm going to go back to posts. I'm going to find Whetstone. And I've already actually done it here. And then I'm going to put in the link, the information right down here. Okay. And publish that. View blog. View story. And that's it. Okay.